Communication is a very big part of our everyday lives. Think about your day. You wake up and maybe say good morning to your family. You go to work or school and talk to people there. You send messages on your phone or computer. All of these are forms of communication. It is how we share our ideas, our feelings, and our needs with other people. Without communication, it would be very difficult to live together, work together, or even make friends. It is like the air we breathe. We need it all the time, even when we do not think about it. It is a fundamental skill for everyone. Imagine trying to build a house without talking to the other builders. It would be chaos. One person might build a wall where a door should be. Another person might use the wrong materials. The house would not be safe or strong. The same is true in our lives. Good communication helps us work together to build strong relationships and achieve our goals. It helps us understand what other people want and helps them understand what we want. This sharing of information is the foundation of all human interaction. It is how we connect with the world around us and the people in it. At work, communication is just as important. Your boss needs to tell you what tasks to do. You need to be able to ask questions if you do not understand something. You also need to work well with your colleagues, and that means talking and listening to each other. Good communication can help you get a promotion, lead a team successfully, and create a happy and productive workplace. It prevents small problems from becoming big problems. When everyone communicates clearly and openly, the whole team can succeed together. It is a skill that every employer looks for in their staff. So, communication is the key to success in both our personal lives and our professional lives. It helps us build bridges between people, not walls. It allows us to learn from others, to share our own knowledge, and to solve problems as a team. In this essay, we will explore communication in a new way. We will look at how we use our 5 senses to send and receive messages. Understanding this will help you become a much better communicator. You will learn how to make your messages clearer and how to understand others more deeply. This is the first step to unlocking your full potential. When we think about communication, we often think only about the words we say or write. We think about talking on the phone, sending an email, or having a conversation. But communication is much more than just words. We actually use all of our 5 senses to communicate with the world. These senses are sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. Each one plays a special role in how we send messages and how we understand the messages we receive from others. Using all 5 senses makes our communication richer, deeper, and more complete. It adds color and feeling to our words. Let's think about what each sense does. Our sense of sight lets us see body language, facial expressions, and the environment around us. Our sense of hearing allows us to listen not just to words, but to the tone of voice, the speed of talking, and the silences between words. Our sense of touch can communicate comfort, support, or warning through a simple handshake or a pat on the back. Even our senses of taste and smell can send powerful messages. Sharing a meal is a form of communication, and a certain smell can remind us of a person or a place. All these senses work together. Using our 5 senses helps us to understand the full message someone is sending. Sometimes a person's words say one thing, but their body language says something completely different. For example, someone might say "I'm fine," but their sad eyes and slumped shoulders tell us they are not okay. If we only listen to the words, we miss the real meaning. By paying attention with all our senses, we become better at understanding the true feelings and intentions behind the words. This is a very powerful skill to have in all parts of your life. In the next sections, we will look at each of these senses one by one. We will explore how you can use them to make your own communication more effective. We will also learn how to read the signals that other people send through their senses. This is not a difficult or magical skill. It is something everyone can learn with a little bit of practice and attention. By the end, you will see that you are already using your senses to communicate every single day. You will just be better at noticing it and using it to your advantage. Our sense of sight is perhaps the most powerful communication tool we have, even before we speak a single word. What we see has a huge impact on what we understand. This is often called body language or nonverbal communication. Think about a person's face. A smile can tell us someone is happy, friendly, and open to talking. A frown can show us they are sad, confused, or angry. Our eyes are also very expressive. Making eye contact shows that you are confident and listening. Looking away can mean you are shy, not interested, or not being honest. These are all messages we send and receive without sound. Body posture is another important part of visual communication. If you stand tall with your shoulders back, you look confident and in control. If you slouch or cross your arms, you might look defensive, closed off, or uncomfortable. The way we move our hands, called gestures, also adds meaning to our words. Waving hello is a clear signal. Pointing helps to show direction. Even the clothes we wear send a message. A business suit communicates professionalism, while casual clothes suggest a more relaxed situation. We make judgments based on what we see all the time. The environment around us also communicates through sight. Imagine walking into an office. If it is bright, clean, and organized, it sends a message of efficiency and positivity. If the office is dark, messy, and disorganized, it communicates chaos and a lack of care. The colors in a room can affect our mood and communication. Bright colors can make us feel energetic, while soft, calm colors can make us feel relaxed. All these visual details create a context for our communication. They set the stage for the conversations that will happen there. So, how can you use your sense of sight to be a better communicator? First, pay attention to your own body language. Try to have an open and friendly posture. Make gentle eye contact when you are talking to someone. Use a warm smile. Second, learn to read the body language of others. Notice their facial expressions and posture. This will give you clues about how they are really feeling. By combining what you see with what you hear, you will get a much clearer picture of the real message. Visual communication is a silent language spoken by everyone. Our sense of hearing is the partner to our sense of sight in communication. While we see body language, we hear the words and the sounds that give those words extra meaning. It's not just what you say, but how you say it. This is called tone of voice. You can say the words, "great job," in many different ways. If you say it with a high, excited tone, it sounds like real praise. If you say it in a low, flat tone, it can sound sarcastic, meaning you do not really think it was a great job. The music of your voice carries the emotional meaning of your words. The speed and volume of your speech also sends strong messages. If you speak very fast, it might mean you are excited, nervous, or in a hurry. Speaking slowly and clearly often shows that you are calm, confident, and want to make sure your message is understood. The volume of your voice is important too. Shouting can communicate anger or urgency. Speaking very softly can communicate shyness, sadness, or a desire for secrecy. Even silence is a form of communication. A pause can be used to add importance to what you will say next, or it can show that you are thinking carefully. Being a good communicator with your sense of hearing means more than just talking. It means being a good listener. This is called active listening. Active listening is not just waiting for your turn to speak. It means paying full attention to the other person. You should listen to their words, their tone of voice, and the feelings behind their message. You can show you are listening by nodding your head, saying "uh-huh" or "I see," and asking questions to make sure you understand correctly. This makes the other person feel respected and heard. To improve your hearing communication skills, start by paying more attention to how people sound. When someone is talking to you, listen for the emotion in their voice. Are they happy, sad, worried, or excited? Also, think about your own voice. Before an important conversation, take a deep breath and try to speak in a calm and clear tone. Practice active listening in your daily conversations. You will find that it helps you avoid misunderstandings and build much stronger connections with the people around you. Hearing is about understanding the full sound of the message. While sight and hearing are the main senses for communication, our other three senses, touch, taste, and smell, also play a subtle but important role. The sense of touch is a very direct and powerful way to communicate. A firm handshake can signal confidence and trust when you meet someone for the first time. A gentle pat on the back can offer comfort and support to a friend who is feeling sad. A high five can celebrate a victory with a teammate. These simple acts of touch can often say more than words can. They create a physical connection between people. The sense of taste is also a form of communication, especially in social and cultural situations. When we share a meal with someone, we are doing more than just eating. We are sharing an experience. Offering someone food or a drink is a universal sign of hospitality and friendship. The food itself can communicate a message. A special birthday cake says we are celebrating you. A home-cooked meal can say, I care about you. Different cultures have different foods for holidays and ceremonies, and sharing these foods is a way of sharing culture and tradition. Taste connects us in a very personal way. The sense of smell is the most ancient and emotional of our senses. Certain smells can trigger powerful memories and feelings. The smell of coffee brewing in an office can create a welcoming and energetic atmosphere, encouraging people to gather and talk. The smell of fresh flowers in a room can make it feel pleasant and inviting. People also use perfumes and colognes to send a message about themselves, perhaps that they are professional, elegant, or fun. A bad smell, like in an unclean room, can communicate a negative message of neglect and carelessness without a single word being spoken. These three senses work quietly in the background of our communication. They add layers of meaning that we often feel more than we think about. A hug from a loved one communicates love and safety in a way words cannot. The taste of your favorite childhood food can bring back happy memories. The smell of rain can make you feel calm and peaceful. By being aware of these subtle communicators, you can better understand the full context of a situation. They remind us that communication is a full-body experience, involving all of our senses to create connection and understanding between people. To become a great